Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We should be going live. Woohoo! Right. As always, I am just putting a quick link up on Facebook. We're quite late today. We are quite late today. What are you breaking? Bad Arabian. That didn't copy over. Well, we're quite late today, guys. I'm sorry about that. I tried to make it a 9 o'clock, between 9 and 10. But today was just not possible, and that's okay. Check we've got the right thing. The right link. There we go. Lollipops first. Right. Day 9. Post. Hello. Okay. So, because it's late, I'm not as set up as I normally am. It's been a bit of a wild day. We've had wind. We've had a late hay delivery. So, because it's wild and windy, and I'm not quite as well set up as usual, I'm thinking today would be a good day to have a little play about with some liberty. I was thinking this the other day because he was getting better with the saddle, but he still needed like freedom of movement to be improved. And so I thought at some point we'd do a liberty session. He has done a little bit of liberty, so if you're looking at this and going, hang on, that horse knows a little bit, that's why. I would not even consider teaching liberty in the arena first time. There's a lot of things you can do in the field to get a horse thinking about liberty, even what I'm doing here. I'm not just leading him by the lead rope's loose and I'm sort of walking with him. That can help teach liberty. But having said all of that, this is not an educational how to start your young horse video. There will be education involved in these videos, but it is not how to start a young horse. These videos are meant to be a record of me taking a wild and prancy little Arabian from unstarted and unhandled, or lightly worked, to a finished horse that is ready to do a demonstration at the horsemanship showcase. Oh, we're full of beans today, though. We've changed our routine, haven't we? We've changed our routine, and now we're all prancy. Or as Zoe says, this is the point of this stream, is to show off how wonderful my horses are, which might also be true. Yeah, you know, maybe. I normally walk for a little bit longer at the beginning of a session, but he was being pretty good, not moving about too much. If you're wondering why he's rugged, we've just had a big downpour here. I see grey clouds in the distance and I'd like to saddle him up. Still. Yes, you wild Arabian. I know. What a clever boy you are. Lift those feet a bit more though. Lift. Lift. That's better. That's better. Oh, that was all a bit exciting, wasn't it? Oh, it was all a bit exciting, yes. You're so fabulous, look at you. Hey. There's a wonder Arab. Hey? So, talked about it a little bit before. When he gets excited and wound up, if I say no, you're not allowed to move, it can be like putting a lid on a boiling pot. And maybe you've got a really tight pot, and if the heat is not too much, it's actually quite a good thing to be like, no, stifle that. But a lot of times, better off just going, well, let's just use that energy, take the lid off, let you go forward. I hope you can hear me over the sound of the wind today. It's very, very windy, so who knows, perhaps you just get to watch a lovely part of the day and not actually be able to hear a word I'm saying. I don't know. He's tossing his head there rather than trying to be like, don't do that, just be like, let's go somewhere, let's do something, hey. That energy up on something. Oh, you move nicely, don't you, hey? Oh, lead changes, lead changes. Excuse you, young man. Oh, we nearly had our first canter pirouette. Oh, it wasn't intentional, but oh, was it wonderful. Oh, you're so talented. Look at you. I better not mess this up because you're so talented. Hey? Is that your saddle? Oh no, not my saddle. There is a lot that can go wrong with saddling and doing liberty work in a square space instead of a round pen. Mainly you've got to worry about the corners. They tend to run at the corners and get stuck. So if you see me suddenly dash across the arena towards him, it's probably he's gotten stuck in a corner. But we're going to start as calm as we can with the western saddle on, and then we're going to have a little look at liberty, because I feel like I block his movement a bit with the rope. Even the long rope that I have gets a little bit in his way. So, and I feel like yesterday he was calm enough with the saddle to maybe start thinking about doing it at liberty in here. In an ideal world, we'd have a 100-foot surfaced round pen that I could turn him out in a saddle and let him experience without anything getting in his way. Unfortunately, we don't currently have a safe round pen. If you'd like to help us get a safe round pen, book lessons, young horses for training, come volunteer here. We do a lot of fun training here. Clinics and lessons and courses. And events and shows and all sorts. What do you think, big kid, hey? You got a little tense when it went on, hey? But just a little. Not as bad as you have been. Getting better each time, aren't you? This, I know, it's terrible. But if it's not tight enough, it's going to slide around, and you won't like that, will you? Will you? You won't like that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Did you look round and I tightened it at the same time? Was it terrible? Oh dear. Oh dear. Now I'm a little bit close to the fence for my own comfort. Hey. There we go. That a boy. From being so prancy, you've gone very still. That's a good sign, isn't it? No, it's not. You could have a sweetie, I suppose. You're a good boy. You're a bit spoiled, aren't you? You are one of my horses, though. Of course, you're going to be a little bit spoiled. Atta boy. Oh. So if you're new to the stream, we've been having a little bit of tension with the saddle. It's getting better each day. Of course, I saddled him while he was still quite wild today. Last time he had the saddle on, he really turned a corner. Didn't you? You really got it, even with me on him. Didn't you? Oh, good boy. I'd rather you weren't hiding behind me, though. There we go. Attaboy. Here's my little lollipop. Horses travel in the wild a really long distance together as a herd. And so walking places and trotting places together, whether you're on their back or on the ground, is just really good relationship building. And people often ask, how do you build a relationship with a horse? Just spend time going places, brushing them, doing things they like. But just mooch about. They mooch about a lot together themselves, so it certainly can't do any harm. Spend a little bit of time just walking. I feel like we spent quite a bit of time on the right today, kiddo. Should we swap over to the left? Oh, so smooth. Such a clever boy. You're such a clever boy. Hi. So yeah, we've got, because it's so late, I've got a bit less time today. Need to get home and help put the kids to bed. You're not getting a sweetie just yet. Spoiled Arab. You're spoiled, are you? This is more normal, like the biting. People get all, he's biting, he's vicious. But young colts especially are very nippy. And him walking around with a tight mouth, tight eyes and tight nostrils is really not good. We really want to see him loosening off a bit, feeling a bit, more able to open his mouth, lick his lips, all that sort of stuff. Oh, oh, what was that bangy sound? What was that bangy sound? Oh dear. What was that? Little prancy Arab. You can tighten this up once more so it's definitely not coming off here. Because we don't want it coming off you when you're at liberty, hey? And let's see what you remember of your liberty sessions, hey? It's been a little while since you've done anything at liberty. And you've certainly never done it with the saddle on before. But what this does for him is it gives him that little bit more freedom of movement where I'm not blocking him with my rope. Come on, kiddo. Atta boy. Oh dear. Hello. There's that bangy sound again. What is that? What is that banging sound? And if you thought that the Liberty was going to be wild, looks like it might not be. This is what Liberty should always start as. He might get spooked or something might happen if we decide to speed it up, but Liberty should always start with just nosy about. Only now if you decide to leave, you can. He's so handsome. You got this strange thing on your back, haven't you? Back and away. Lollipop. Lollipop. That's it. Front and out, good boy. There we go. Oh, we're wild. Vicious stallion. Are you my vicious stallion? I've said it before, I'm a little bit less safe now at Liberty walking with him, but it looks quite unsafe the way I'm walking, with my arm kind of casual. But if he ever decided to come on top of me because he spooked at something in the hedge, my elbow would come up and rest on his shoulder and he would simply push me out the way. With the rope I can really keep myself in that position. At Liberty I've just got this elbow, so it is a bit more of a risk. But I also don't want to teach him that taking the rope off means panic. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Quick little chat with the canoe club, because I do not need canoes spooking you today, kiddo. You're right. Would I be able to ask a favour of you? Would I be able to ask a favour of you? This little horse, this is only his 4th time with the saddle on, okay. So doesn't need to get spooked. Would you mind, when you grab your canoes, going along the grass path and around the back of there? Yeah, unless there are horses, there are a few liveries about. If you see a horse over there, don't do it. But yeah, no, if that's okay. Because I was going to say, I was just saying that as we came down. Yeah. That side the other day, the horse was like. Yeah. The whole idea of it, yeah. I actually had it the other day where you nearly had me off this one because I was sat on him and the canoe came by. He's still learning. He's still learning. So unlike when I have the rope, with the rope I can use the rope to get his attention. When I'm at Liberty, I just have my position to kind of catch his attention with. Oh. But what we do have is that little bit more freedom of movement. So he can move where he wants to move, rather than me restricting him with the rope so much. Attaboy. I know, and the wind's blowing those tassels about, isn't it, eh? There we go, good boy. We're going round to the right again. How did that happen? That wasn't planned. Hey? That wasn't planned. And I'll try and remember to put links in, but I'm running 100k in July, so this is good training for that. A few more steps in, hey kiddo. And need to fundraise for Headway, which is a brain injury charity that helped Zoe when she had her brain hemorrhage. So a good cause. What a good little lollipop. Oh, a wonderful prance machine. Oh, what happened? Oh, did it get you? Did it get you? Or was it terrible? It's really scary. You kind of could see though how he bucked at the fence, and if there'd been a round pen, when he came up to that straight line fence here, somewhere over here he did it, he would have ended up going on a curve and picking up a circle where he was bucking and he hit the fence and it's like he slammed to a stop, and that could have gone very badly. But again, I feel like he's sensible enough now with the saddle, and I do think this is going to really help him to be able to just sort of zigzag and not feel me in his way so much. Such a good boy. I love it when they curl around you like that. It's a really simple thing, having them just bring their nose around you, but and of course he won't do it on cue, but that leg, that one, yeah, no, lollipop, lollipop, that's it. And come here, good boy. That's what we wanted. We wanted the nose to come to us. Hi. I suppose you could have a sweetie. I think we need to do that hindquarter yield again, hey? That was a bit shoddy. That was a bit like a small circle and not actually a hindquarter yield, wasn't it? You do a hindquarter yield, you've got to be prepared to move your eye over. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And so we go into the hindquarter yield. Hindquarter yield. That's it. And then we bring the eye over. That's it. Good. This way. Yeah, there we go. He's such a clever little wonder Arab. He, you kind of can see he doesn't really want to bend in the saddle. Still. He's still a little bit about bending. I'm trying to encourage him to bend, but not using the sort of force that you have when you use a rope. I'm trying to have him do it more consciously. Hey, he's a clever boy. You're wet. You're bitey. Oh, vicious bitey teeth. You got vicious bitey teeth. Huh? So vicious. Hey. One day I'll ride you like this, hey? One day. I also I play a little bit of a balancing game here, because he's very close, which is what you want for Liberty. You want them to really feel safe coming into your personal space. But obviously with him still stressing about the saddle from time to time, I worry about him running me over. But that's where these are not how-to videos, because in a how-to video I wouldn't let the horse be this close. But with my horse, a horse that I want to have at Liberty a lot in the future, this is okay. I'll take the risk. It's why I get hurt more with my own horses than anyone else's, because I break so many rules. But the things I want to accomplish with my horses are very different from what most people would want to accomplish with their horses, so I have to use different rules and play differently. I don't have to, I like to, I suppose. I'm not sounding very horsemanshipy, am I? I'm supposed to be super confident and explain exactly the right way to do things. Not be vague. We try one more little prancy fabulous trot and then be done, do you think? That might be a plan? Because unfortunately we don't have all night, do we? You can maybe trot with me? Oh, look at you. Look at you prance, huh? And you see I give him a bit more space. Good boy. But he also gives me a bit more space. It's interesting. He sort of goes, oh God, I'm not sure, Stephen. I don't know if I can trust myself. Oh dear. He's like, that outside stirrup is really annoying. I know. What a good boy. What a good little lollipop. Hey? What a good little lollipop. Well, I think we found out how we're going to warm up from now on. Huh? That's really good for you, isn't it? Have me a little bit more out your way. Let you experiment a bit more. Hey? Yes. And I feel like if I had time I'd probably hop on him now, or after a little bit more maybe, but it's feeling pretty close to ready to have a rider on. We'll call it good there, kiddo. Hey, where are you going? Come here, Lollipop. Oh. Nice Super Mega Wonder Arab Mark II. And the most important thing for him is that he experiences the saddle every day. It's okay. He's trouble for it. He's still just not used to all the flaps and the tassels and the noise that it makes. But once he is used to it all, putting my leg back, or tapping him with a whip, or getting unbalanced and bumping him with my leg is not going to cause any issues. So it's well worth putting this bit of time in. I've noticed a couple times that you're getting ruffled hairs behind the shoulders, kiddo. I don't know if that's because you're bucking, or if it's because I need to adjust the shim pattern in your saddle a little bit. Good little lollipop. Oh. Brilliant. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. Since I've got you girls there, could you go onto the laptop? And on the far right hand side you can just see a little window. If you scroll over to that, that's over there. Tiny bit that way. No, over a tiny bit. Other way, to the right. Keep going. to the right, keep going on that black bit, click, and then you'll see a bit that says stop streaming.